Good morning, my wonderful viewers and subscribers. I want to thank you for joining us on Enuani Cultural Forum. In case today is your first time of coming across our videos, I want you to please kindly subscribe to our channel. If you're on Facebook, I want you to like our page and also share our videos. Today we are going to look at a very interesting topic, a topic that has interestingly gone global. First, I want to congratulate our brother, Prince Ephraim Nwabuoke, for launching his book. I've taken time to look at excerpts from the book that was unveiled on the 14th of December. He, Mr. Ephraim, who is from Olona, which he calls a Homiota or Homina, launched his book. I don't have any problem with Mr. Ephraim trying to trace his ancestry. However, I have a very big problem with him pushing the whole of Enuani people with him. It is very wrong that a community as nascent as Onicholona, which was founded after the 15th century, should come and rub it off on us that all of us are from Benin. If the place called Onitsha was conquered by Prince Ugbe and he instituted monarchy there, it doesn't change the fact that the original dwellers in that community are Igbo speaking people. Just like he narrated in his book, that the dwellers of the place could not change their language for various reasons that was analyzed. It shows that the people who dwell there, if you will take a listen to this few video clips that I'm going to post, listen to these video clips.
My name is Prince Ephraim Odiakosa Nwabuoke. I am the son of Esige Ndoka Nwabuoke, the son of Nwabuoke Maigbo, the son of Anem Osanwike, the son of Ofoko Osanwengwe, the son of Ubaheze Osazuwa Nobe Obaniseka, the son of Queen Elaba and Oba Esige, the son of Queen Idia and Oba Ozolua, the son of Oba Iwere the Great. This is my roots. This is where my forefather came from. My forefathers left here by virtue of war against someone that threatened the palace. And after the war, they settled in where we call Anyama today. My hometown now, my settlement, where my people settled, is what we call Onicholona today. Onicholona is just a corrupt and transformation of the original Benin name of the town, which was Ihomioto or Homina. Or Homina. Okay, that is what was later translated to the Igbo language because we live in Igbo-dominated environment. Then the translation from Ihomioto or Homina to the Igbo form is Onochiane or Homina, which was later diluted down to Onitsha or Lona.
During the rebellion by Ezechima, and after Ezechima was defeated, all the areas were consolidated and made into a sub-empire of the Benin Kingdom, a Benin Empire. And that is what is called Onicholona today. Ihomioto, that means I fought the battle, I won, and got the land. There are several Eze. Ezes are equivalent to Enogis in Benin. Ezes are chiefs. But Ugbe Osazuwa was king. So that's why we are talking about the Benin, the palace of the Onitsha, the the palace of the Onolacha, a king who was actually called Obanisika. So the difference is that this was a king and had a palace. And there's a lot of revisionary histories going on. Who belongs to where and who is who. But the Benins, when they won a battle, they never insisted on the people to learn how to speak Benin. This is very important. If they had, a large part of Nigeria and the neighboring countries would have been speaking Benin today. That is for two reasons. Benin was difficult, language. Number two, the Beninese were very proud and did not want to teach the language of the elite to just anybody. And they made error in that. This is why today, some people will ask about Onyocha area and Cholona, even to across the Niger. Except for the titles, Iyase, Oba, and Eze, which is a Nogie, when you put it all together, you will know the contribution that Ephraim has done to the history.
So as you can see from the videos, he acknowledged, Prince Ephraim Nwabuoke has acknowledged that the original Igbo dwellers of the place retained their language. How then do you come back over 500 years later to come and still insist that this whole area, you can hear the man mentioning Anyota, the whole of Anyocha, and then calling our kings Enogie. Obi is not equivalent to Enogie. Obi is not an Enogie. Just like you have your Oba, we have our Obi, and Obi is not an Enogie. If some kingdoms decide to pay loyalty to the Oba's palace because their monarchy was influenced and instituted by Benin Kingdom, kingdoms such as Iseluku, we don't have a problem with that. But then coming to drag other communities that are around us, that have been there before on Echolona, along with you, Prince Ephraim, is totally unacceptable. I am from Ubuluku community. Ubuluku is an ancient kingdom in Enuani, and we are not subservient to Benin Kingdom. We were not subservient to Benin Kingdom. The founder of Ubuluku, Ezemu, was never subservient to Benin Kingdom. Rather, we were allies. Even at a point, we went to war against them, and we won. I've seen narratives of people parading stories that Oge Obolo was beheaded. No Obi of Ubuluku was beheaded. I am a descendant of Obi Olise, the particular king that led Obolo to that war in 1750. How can a kingdom as nascent, as new as Onitsholona, where Prince Ephraim Nwabuoke is from, be dragging older kingdoms with him to Benin to say we are all from Benin? A Kaumioto, the place you are saying is a conquered territory. Who are the people you conquered? When you say you have conquered a territory, a Kaumioto, Obanisi Edo, it means there is somebody there. Somebody was inhabiting the place you claim to have conquered. For you to conquer a territory, it means people were inhabiting that place. Who were the people inhabiting that place before it was conquered? What language did they speak before Prince Ugbe came? And what language are they still speaking till today? These are salient questions you should ask. The name we bear, Enuani, is not a make-up story. Now I'll have to read excerpts from books, just like you have been reading excerpts. I have done this in several other videos before, but let me do it here so that we can clarify these narratives and set the record straight once and for all. That Enuani is Nigeria's upland dwelling Igbo speaking people of Western Niger who are found in present Anyocha North and South, Oshumili North and South local government areas of Delta State of Nigeria constituted the defunct colonial Asaba division according to Forde and Jones in 1750, page 48. Note that they are described as Enuani or upland people by their neighbors. Who will describe you as this, if not people who speak your language? Now, going further, it says the Enuani are thus made up of two related groups, namely Anyocha, white land, and Oshimili, riverine groups, respectively. The Enuani are commonly referred as the Eka Igbo, a term popularized by Tablet in 1969, page 39 of his book. In Forde and Jones' classification, these two groups fall within the larger northern Eka Igbo groups. The name Enuani is a topographical construct which is derived from the physical feature of the area occupied by the people, namely Enu, up or high, and Ani, meaning land. Enuani, an Igbo name, as Henderson wrote, rightly observes thus highland or upland dwellers. Let me stop here. This is an excerpt from the book Origins and Migrations of Enuani People by Professor Emmanuel Nwafọ-Modi and Dr. Opone. Now, there are different groups of migrants that inhabit the place called Enuani. If you are going to check the origins of migrations of Enuani people, there are different groups. First, there are groups that claim Benin origin. These groups that claim Benin origin are from Anidu. The leader of this group is Ezechima group. And there are communities in this Ezechima clan. Eze, like you said, is an Enoge. I don't have any arguments with you. If that is the Benin interpretation of a king, Enoge. If it is not, change that word. Change that word Enoge that you keep mentioning to Oba. Because the Obi of Iseluku is a king in the same right as the Oba of Benin. The Obi of Ubuluku is a king in the same right with the Oba of Benin, just like our ancestors. It is not a new thing. It is not a revisionist theory. It is the way it has been. That is our history and that is our culture. So there are groups that claim Benin origin. If I have the time, I'm going to list out communities in that group. And there are groups that claim Nri origin. Communities like Ogwashuku have been there for a long time. And they claim strictly Nri origin. Communities like Ibuzo have been there. Places like Asaba have been there. Places like Okpanam have been there. And they are not claiming Benin origin. Some of these people at worst can even claim Igala origin. Not Benin. Some of them that also claim Benin I have mentioned are in Ezechima clan. And Ezechima, as you know, is an Igbo name. So my dear brother Prince Ephraim, I want to use this opportunity to call you to order. Your quest is good. Your ideas are wonderful. Your dreams and goals to pursue after your ancestral lineage and trace back the place you said Prince Ugbe, your ancestor, had a throne, and you want to rebuild the throne of Prince Ugbe so that your Onicholona can begin to have their own king. Because as we speak, they are even under the influence of Onichubo. Onichubo is the Opala of Ezechima. Ezechima is an Igbo man. The name Eze is Igbo. The cultural practices of all the communities are under Umu Ezechima. It's Igbo. From Iseluku where you have them, from Obio down to Onichado, it is the same culture, Igbo culture, where we use Ofo as our traditional material and symbol of authority. All these are strictly Igbo cultural practices. Where we practice our normal 4 market days, Eke, Orie, Apo, and Okwo, where we do our Ibu for a child 8 days after delivery, where we do our naming ceremonies and Omugwo, where we do Igba, where we do all other Igbo cultural practices that you can think of. Our pantheons and everything you can relate to Igbo are the same. Please, Prince Ephraim, I congratulate you for publishing a book. It is not easy to write. It is not easy. It is an intellectual thing to do. But please, drag Onicholona, if you can, to Bini. Leave other areas of Anyocha, Oshimili, which we call Enuani. Enuani even extends beyond the geographical location known as Delta State of today. We have our brothers in Ozobolo. They are from Ubuluku. We have our brothers in Uburu, in Ebonyi State. They are from Ubuluku. We have Igbo brothers in Uvuru, in Abombise. They are from Ubuluku. We have brothers in Ubuli Hejofo in Imo State. They are from Ubuluku. We have people in Ubulu Ikem, in Anambra State, in Onitsha. They are from Ubuluku. As many communities you can think of, if I begin to list them, there are more than 15. How many of these people can you drag back to your Bini with you, Prince Ephraim? I'm directing this to you respectfully to please and please for the last time, withdraw the name of the entire Enuani people from your mouth and from your book. Concentrate on your particular Ihomioto or Homina. Drag them back to Bini if you can. But please, leave other communities that have been well established before your kingdom. The entirety of your kingdom is not even as big as a quarter in my community. How then do you want to drag me and my people back to Bini when we were never under Bini? How then do you want to drag Ogwashuku, a big kingdom, an Igbo in community, back to Bini? How then do you want to drag Ibuzo back to Bini? How do you want to drag Akuku Igbo back to Bini? These are big ancient communities that were there before your people came in 15th century. If you are tracing the reign of Prince Esige and his son Ozolwa, whose brother Ugbe was, that founded the Homioto Homina you are talking about, that means you're looking at 16th century. So please, Prince Ephraim, kindly leave out other communities in Enuani. Drag your Homioto Homina back to Benin and institute monarchy in affiliation with Benin. We don't have any problem with that. Where I have a problem, my brother, is you, who bears an Igbo name, Waboke, who has also failed to pick up a Benin name, has continued to drag other communities that are older than your own community back to Benin. We are not affiliates of Benin. Our kings are not Enoge. Our kings are Obi. And if you had any influence at all from Benin, just like the Oromian who came to institute this monarchy in Benin, bore the name Oba, just like his ancestors in Ife, why are the kings you instituted their monarchy in Enuani not bearing the name Oba? Why are they bearing Obi? Why are they Enoges? If they are Enoges also, why are they not bearing the name Enoge instead of Obi? Obi, as we know, is an Igbo word. Both literally and connotatively and denotatively is an Igbo word. So, Prince Ephraim, my dear brother Prince Ephraim, Mwaboke, drag Ihomioto Homina, where you call Onochiani or Onicholona, back to their Benin ancestry. If Prince Ugbe came and met a community that has already been established, conquered it as you said, and instituted monarchy, and now wants to change the narrative and story and ancestral bloodline of everybody in that community, I leave that to you and your conscience. But please, leave communities that have been established. Please, leave out places like Ubuluku, leave out Ogwashuku, leave Ibuzo out of it, leave Akuku Igbo out of it, and leave all our brothers who are from Enuani, who are not on this side of the river Niger, out of it, please. There are stories and histories upon histories to prove that this place is purely and strictly occupied by Igbo-speaking people. No community in this entire Enuani speaks Bini. And I've seen reasons given by one of the people who reviewed your book why they did not speak Bini. Why? In Iseluku, we have places like communities like Opai, and we know very well that these are Bini people who came from Anidu to settle in Iseluku. We also have Oboli people who are the original and ancestral dwellers of that community. How do you want to drag the Okoli people to join with your Ihomiota or Homena story? So Prince Ephraim, please, I'm pleading with you to concentrate on your community. Do everything you want with your community. If they want to do a rebuttal, they can do so by themselves, but don't include the entire Enuani people. I heard your one of the book analysts referring to kings in Enuani as Enoge. I have corrected that before and I'm correcting it again. Our kings are not Enoge. They are kings. They are Obi, His Royal Highness Abogidi. Our kings are referred as Obi, Abogidi. Abogidi, as you have seen in some of the videos explained by people from Edo, that it was brought into Benin by Ugo during the Ayadesuwa. Now he said Ugo was trained in Uguluku, and I'm telling you as an Uguluku person that Ugo was trained in Onichope, part of Uguluku. Onichope lineage are the people who inherited Ezemu's pot of charm, and they are still the ones practicing it till today. Now the word Abogidi, every Igbo person, every Enuani person knows what Ogidi is. Ogidi is like a pillar that we use in making our Oba. That is what we call Ogidi Oba. Ogidi is like a big log of wood. Abo Ogidi is the one who is a beautiful pillar, one who carries on the weight of the community majestically, a strong man, a great ruler. That is what an Abogidi is. You cannot refer Abogidi as a word to an Enoge. No. So our kings are Obi, not an Enoge. Please correct that also. If it is written in your book, just like the reviewer is saying, remove it, please. Now about the Benin influence. The same way you read books, I'm going to read book to correct impressions. And I'm going to begin from a book written by Professor Alan Ryder, an anthropologist from the Netherlands. You will also know that you also had contact with the Netherlands, not just the Portuguese. Let me read this book by Professor Alan Ryder. Page 2 of the book says, in most places, however, this relative simple pattern of organization has been overlaid by the development of kingship, title systems, and more complex political units. I want you to take note of kingships. Kingships. There was not one kingship that was the Oba. There were kingships. But let me continue undistracted. At the same time, it must be emphasized that the sway of Benin seldom, if ever, extended over all the Edo peoples. Less than half of them were brought into the kingdom with any degree of permanency, and some areas of the north were probably never dependent upon Benin. And if Benin was not a state embracing all the Edo, neither was it composed exclusively of Edo subjects. For to the west, it encroached upon Yoruba areas, and in the east, it embraced many of the Igbo living to the west of the river Niger. The origin of the kingdoms are lost in myth and antiquity, from which survives only tradition of migration from the east that is common to many African peoples. Migration from the east. The Igbo speaking people, most of the communities trace their migration to the east. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you learned something. If you also have knowledge to contribute, kindly bring it forward in the comment section. I want to please encourage you to kindly subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much and God bless you. Do have a pleasant day. Watch our other videos and also learn something from it. Share your thoughts. Share the video with your audience. Thank you and God bless you.